Did Iran just set a trap so simple that two powerful nations walked straight into it? What if I told you millions were spent on a battle that was already lost before it started? According to reports and analysis, it appears that Iran set a strategic trap, a simple one, but well calculated. The kind of trap that, if they pay close attention, they will detect before stepping into it. But instead, the Orange Man and Israel walk right into it. Now, the results. People around the world are watching and asking serious questions. How do two powerful nations end up spending millions, even billions, only to find themselves in a situations that may have been predicted from the start? And this is why many observers say this moment is becoming a global taking point. Because when strategies fail, the world notices. Let's watch this clip together, and when we come back, we'll break down what's actually being said and why it matters. My name is Faith, and you're welcome back to Chat with Faith. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a conversation. As always, credit goes to the original creators for every single clip used in this episode. For disclaimers, this video is for educational purposes and awareness. It is not meant to hate or discriminate against anyone. The goal is to discuss real challenges and perspective openly and respectfully. Let's chat.
The IDF posted footage claiming to have destroyed an Iranian military helicopter, only for it to turn out to be a decoy painted on the ground. They bombed the equivalent of sidewalk chalk and then lauded it as an accomplishment. This is the funniest thing in the world to me. They painted anamorphic images of F-14 fighter jets on the tarmac, optical illusions that look realistic from the air, and the supposed best militaries in the world fell for it. It's giving Looney Tunes behavior. Remember Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, and he'd run into these painted tunnels on the wall? That is the energy the US is giving right now. The real jets were safely stashed underground. They took absolutely no damage in this attack, but it cost the US and Israel millions of dollars. The cost of each of these missiles, likely around $5 million each. You know how much it cost them to paint these decoys on the tarmac? $5, $10, if that. Like, what a great return on investment. We're entering the meme stage of the war.
So it's being reported that Iran is using inflatable tanks and inflatable helicopters as decoys for the U.S. military. It's kind of cool that society has entered the Looney Tunes phase of combat. In response, the United States has started construction on the world's largest piano to drop over the nation of Iran. Updates as they come.
That's probably AI.
What the fuck did you just say?
Israel. They put this video up, right? Of them bombing this Iranian helicopter. They're like, yeah, look at us, bad boy. And the internet looked at this video and they were like, wait, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So when it, alright, okay, 1 second. Wait. So when it gets bombed again, nothing moves. The Iranians painted it on the ground. Like a cartoon, they painted it on the ground. And they were like, yeah, you feel bad, yeah, bad man, nah, no, bad man. We're gonna waste your money. And we're gonna waste your missile. Major freaking trolling, I kid you not. Alright, okay. Okay, I'm good. So basically, Israel's like, oh, look at us, we're bad mans, we bombed this helicopter, yeah, Iran, take that, blah, blah, blah. And Iran's like, Computer said, no, it was a drawing. They literally had people painting fake helicopters in advance of the Americans coming. Talk about guerrilla warfare. And these lot, they put it online. Not one of them had the intelligence to realise that they got duped, and they put it online, and they're flipping laughing stock because you got people like me laughing on the flipping internet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But my head's actually hurting at the back for laughing too much. It's actually hurting. Has it ever happened to you that the back of your head starts hurting? I got to do some serious. Lord have mercy on my soul.
This video is so embarrassing to Israel. They released it thinking they blew up an Iranian helicopter, but instead they wasted $1 million bomb on a painting. Look at the rotors, they don't even move, it's still there. It gets even better. How about these strikes on the fighter jets? They don't even move. Watch this one right here. Look at the front, it just stays intact. They're painted on the ground. The Israelis and Americans are dropping $1 million bombs on paintings.
The jokes write themselves at this point. Tell me why the Iranian military drew 3D paintings of warplanes and helicopters on top of their buildings and other surfaces, because they knew that the American and Israeli military was going to be stupid enough to waste $1 million bombs on paintings. Magnificent!
America fired a $4 million missile to shoot down a $20,000 drone. That interceptor missile that America fired is going to take years to replace. Iran has thousands more drones, and they can make 500 per day. You do the math. Because this is the most important number in this entire war that no one is talking about. Iran's Shahid drone cost from $20,000 to $35,000 to build. It's a one-way suicide drone built off the back of a truck with off-the-shelf parts. Literally a flying bomb. It's simple, it's cheap, and it's replaceable. The missile America shoots to fire it down is called the Patriot PAC-3 Interceptor, and it costs $4 million. Every single one costs $4 million. So if you do the math, that is a 114 to 1 cost disadvantage to the U.S. And I don't think y'all are understanding, because the U.S. is already going to lose this war. Those Interceptor Patriot PAC-3 interceptor missiles, yeah, U.S. can make 600 per year. Thousands have already been fired. And analysts are saying that Qatar's Patriot supply can run dry in days. And the U.S. is stonewalling Gulf states asking to restock, but there are not enough to go around. One defense analyst put it quite perfectly, saying that it's like using Ferraris to intercept e-bikes. And Iran has warehouses of e-bikes and can continue to make 500 e-bikes a day. And let's be very real, Iran doesn't even need to win a single airstrike to win this war. All they need is control over the global economy, and baby, they've already done that. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway, 21 miles wide, and roughly 20% of the world's oil supply runs through there every single day. Not just Middle Eastern oil, baby, the world's oil. Let me help you understand. 1 in 5 barrels of the world's oil on this planet move through the Strait of Hormuz. And no alternate routes exist for Gulf energy exports. And Iran didn't even have to block it. All they had to do was send a few drones to the strait, and immediately insurance companies stopped covering any ships that tried to pass it. No insurance, no transit, just like that. The world's most critical energy choke point literally brought to near zero traffic, just like that. And baby, we're already seeing the effects. The oil has shot up 25% in prices over the last few days. Shipping rates for oil tankers have hit an all-time record high, 95% up in just a weekend. And major shipping giants have canceled operations. Analysts are warning that if the strait stays closed, oil barrel prices will get to $120 per barrel. And baby, that tips the entire global economy into a recession. Now, Humpty Trumpty is saying he wants to use naval escorts to get the ships through. But analysts are already asking, and other people are asking, does America have enough naval tanks to do that? And keep fighting the war in Iran at the same damn time? The answer right now appears to be no. So it's looking like the only way that the USA and Is Not Real could win this war is with a ground invasion. And baby, a ground invasion is a goddamn fantasy. Have y'all seen Iran? Iran is not Iraq. It's not Syria. It is a land of mountains. And these mountain ranges cover the entire northern and western regions, with elevations of over 10,000 feet and very narrow passages. Natural-made choke points that would swallow armies whole. The United States has never successfully occupied a mountain country, a mountain land nation in its entire history, its entire modern military history. Has not happened. Not Vietnam, not Afghanistan, never. And guess what? Iran didn't just rely on its natural mountain ranges to be part of this military war plan. No, baby, they built inside those mountains. Because inside of those mountains are missile cities. Yes, missile bases carved up to 500 meters deep into those mountains. Dozens of entrances to those bases spread hundreds of meters apart. That means destroying one entrance does not destroy the base. We could unveil a new missile city every week for the next 2 years. So a ground force entering that terrain faces Iranian military that will disappear into these tunnels, right? Submerge themselves, disappear, and then re-emerge somewhere else. Iran has interior supply lines, reverse units, logistical depth that no other army, no foreign army can match on foreign soil in that type of terrain. The U.S. has conducted nearly 2,000 strikes on Iran in the name of Is Not Real, just since this war started. And as of this week, the IAEA has confirmed that none of Iran's nuclear installations have been destroyed, or even hit, for that matter. So before you let the news convince you that this is going well, please understand the math is not mathing. The real math does not lie. This is a war that was lost before it was started.
So here's a piece of news that you're not going to find the U.S. talking about. We thought we wiped out Iran's airfield. Turns out they put paintings of jets down and we bombed them. We bombed the paintings and then celebrated it. While Iran goes, oh, yeah, no, we moved all of that underground. Sorry. Talk about colossally embarrassing. They got us. This, of course, has been done in the past with things like Operation Fortitude during World War II. It's a good read. I suggest you read it. But military deception is a big thing in all of this, and Iran is being really good at it right now. But yeah, this is an example of one of the drawings that we bombed. Hilariously. Very expensive mistake we did here. Very expensive. This also got released. The graves they're having to build for all of those schoolgirls that we hit in that airstrike. So while there are things to laugh at, there's this too. In my heart, they think 168 people died. School children, little girls. Girls. They hit an all-girls school. Anyway, I know I'm laughing at stuff, but I just want to bring us back to this, it's a fine line and a hard balance to make when doing this kind of content. So I just wanted to be sure that we stay grounded in the reality of things that are happening. But we do have to laugh sometimes or else we'll just lose it. Anyway. That's where we're at right now. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Be sure to follow for more. Link to my Substack in my bio. And I'll talk to you later. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Iran is fooling the US and Israel using Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny-like strategies. They're using anamorphic ground paintings to deceive the US and Israeli attacks. The US has been striking drawings of F-14s this entire time the last couple days. The Iranians reportedly put their jets underground weeks before the war started. It's reported that Trump thinks that he destroyed the entire Iranian Air Force, which isn't true. We've been striking drawings, and it's honestly pretty hilarious. The IDF also released this footage claiming a strike on an Iranian Mi-17 helicopter. but the target appears to be a painted helicopter decoy on the ground, suggesting the strike likely hit a fake target rather than a real aircraft. Look how the wings weren't affected at all, and if you watch closely, it's kind of super obvious. What is interesting is we use this same strategy in World War II, using inflatable trucks and tanks to fool the Germans.
This video is proof that Iran has been planning this war for years, studying every flaw in American arrogance, and they found the perfect president to fall for it all. This is how you beat a colonial power. You make the United States waste millions of dollars while all you needed was a fucking gallon of Benjamin Moore paint. Get us out of this war. Watch this.
This was Trump's reaction after they showed him a video of the Iranians trick. Watch.
That's probably AI.
What? All right, so now you see, he's saying that it is not possible. These pictures of video we are seeing are all AI videos. Because he trusts in his boys, he know what they can do. He know what they can do on grounds. So showing them this video does not mean his boys has failed their target. You understand? So please, Trump is saying that what we are seeing on social media is never a real incident, but rather an AI video. So the Iranians can never trick him and his guys. This is what Trump said. What do you think? Do you still believe that the Iranians really did a 3D drawing on the ground for the Americans and the Israelis to strike on the ground? Or do you believe in Trump that the image that we are seeing are all AI videos? Share with us and let's understand. Or if you are experts of detecting AI videos, help us detect this video to see if truly it is an AI video or a real trick from the Iranians. Share to support us know the facts about this matter, because we still need to know the information behind this video claiming to be AI or real trick from the Iranians. Thank you for watching.
Iran didn't just trick its enemies. It fooled the entire world. With fighter jets that never even flew. Reports say Israel struck down 2 Iranian F-14 Tomcats. But here's the shocker. Those jets weren't real. Most nations rely on inflatable decoys to confuse radar and waste enemy missiles. But Iran? They took the game to another level, building full-scale jet replicas from scrap metal and broken parts, carefully staged at a Tehran airbase. In strike footage, you'd swear you're seeing real F-14s. Until you zoom in, the wings don't move. Cracks slash across the fuselage. And one of them? It's missing half a wing. Clearly not combat-ready aircraft. But the real twist is this. Satellite images show those same jets haven't moved an inch since 2022. They were props, bait, rusty museum pieces turned into million-dollar targets. Precision missiles may have been wasted, destroying nothing more than old shells made to look alive. And in a world of drones, satellites, and AI surveillance, Iran just reminded everyone of one brutal truth. Sometimes the smartest weapon is a believable lie.
And at the end of the day, this is why so many people around the world are beginning to ask serious questions. Because when we talk about situations like this, we are not just talking about politics. We are talking about decisions that involve billions of dollars. We are talking about resources that come from ordinary people, hardworking taxpayers who wake up every morning, go to work, and contribute to the system. So naturally, people want to know where the money is going and how it's being used. When operations like this happen, people expect that the most advanced planning and the most advanced intelligence and the most advanced technology will already be in place. After all, we are talking about one of the most powerful nations in the world, nations that are known for having the most sophisticated surveillance system, intelligence networks, and military technology available today, which is why many observers are puzzled. Because when you look at what is being discussed and analyzed right now, it raises a simple but powerful question. How do situations like this still happen? How does something that some analysts describe as a trap end up working against countries that are supposed to have some of the most advanced system in the world? Was it a strategic miscalculation? Was it overconfidence? Or is there more to the story that the public simply hasn't been told yet? These are kind of questions that people across the globe are starting to debate. And the truth is, moments like this remind us that global strategy is never as simple as it appears on the surface. Sometimes the strongest player on the world can make a decision that leads to unexpected outcome. Sometimes the smartest technology in the world cannot replace careful judgment. And sometimes the situation that looks clear at first end up being far more complicated than anyone expected. That is why this conversation is not going away anytime soon, because when events like this unfold, the entire world watches, analysts break it down, citizens debate, and leaders are forced to answer difficult questions. And in moments like this, transparency becomes more important than ever, because people want to understand not just what happened, but why it happened. And now I want to hear from you. Did you believe this was a strategic trap that worked exactly as planned? Or do you think this was simply a mistake or miscalculation that spiraled into something much bigger? Or do you also think this was carefully planned trap or just a massive strategic mistake? Type trap or mistake in the comment section. I am really curious to see what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment respectfully. I always enjoy reading your perspective and hearing how different people see this global event. And if you found this video interesting or thought-provoking, make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share with someone who enjoy discussion like this. Your support helps this channel grow and keeps this conversation going. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.